Aiko is a young woman who works at a ramen restaurant. She is practicing with herself her next words to ask her new client Jean out on a date. Before she finishes her rehearsal, Aiko is startled by Jean, who enters the restaurant with her usual order, a bowl of spicy chicken fried rice. While taking the order, Aiko asks if Jean has managed to be promising in her work project. Jean states that she has made her presentation to the clients and hopes her boss is happy with her work. Then Jean hands over her stamp card and Aiko says in surprise that there is only one stamp left for Jean to get a free meal. Jean looks at her amusedly and is surprised when Aiko asks her if she would like to go out for dinner sometime or take a walk together somewhere, handing her the stamp card with her phone number written on it. Jean blurts out that she would love to hang out, but as friends. She fumbles and returns the card with her number on it, but later realizes that Aiko's number is already on it. Trying to get out of her embarrassment, Aiko leaves to get Jean's food. Meanwhile, Rick, who also works at the restaurant, notices Aiko's sadness and sees that her friend is not well. So he delivers Jean's food, apologizes for the delay, and thanks the woman for coming. In the aftermath, Rick tells Aiko that he knows she likes Jean, but that kind of invitation can't be done at work. Aiko apologizes and Rick comforts her, saying that everything will be fine. The next day, Aiko is cleaning the floor, when suddenly, she becomes nervous when she sees Jean enter the restaurant. Aiko, sensing the strange atmosphere, takes Jean's order quickly while being saved by Rick, who appears saying that the food is on the house. Jean thanks her for her courtesy and, as she turns to leave, slips and falls to the floor, spilling the food on her clothes. Aiko runs to see Jean and finds her mumbling at the sight of her dirty laundry. Upon making sure that Jean is not injured, Aiko brings Jean a clean shirt, which she readily accepts. The next day, Jean returns the shirt to Aiko, thanking her for her kindness and orders her new food for the day. Aiko says that Jean can keep the shirt, as once the product has been used it cannot be sold. Both laugh and Jean thanks her. Aiko takes Jean's order while asking how work is going. Jean says with a smile that customers have asked questions about her shirt, but the people at work didn't care. Aiko shares that working in a restaurant is not her dream job and takes the opportunity to ask Jean if she doesn't like what she does. Jean says that she is jealous of Aiko as at least she has Rick, unlike her who doesn't talk to her coworkers. Upon learning that Jean's food is ready, Aiko goes to get it and hands it to Jean, asking her to be careful not to slip it, making Jean smile at her comment. However, before Jean leaves, Aiko apologizes for asking her out, as since then things have gotten awkward between them. Jean says that Aiko doesn't need to apologize as she didn't do anything wrong. Aiko just sighs and looks at the ground. Then, Jean starts by saying that she moved to the city because of her boyfriend, she accepted the job she is also because of him, but that they recently broke up and until then, she didn't know anyone in the city. Jean holds Aiko's hands and ends up confessing that being at the restaurant is her favorite part of the day, because Aiko treats her well and cares about her, in addition to the food being very good. Aiko tries to say something, her nervousness gets in the way, but shyly confesses that she also feels good when Jean is at the restaurant. The silly smiles, the curious looks and the comfortable presence shows the beginning of a new and different feeling being born between Aiko and Jean.